Wow, what a direct. We got to see the new Switch, a new 3D Donkey Kong game, new Zelda, and of course, that new Mario Kart. Nothing could possibly ruin this. Nothing could. So, last time, I went over the few seconds of the new Mario Kart footage that was shown in the Switch 2 announcements, which was already 2 months ago. Jesus Christ. But now the Switch 2 Direct happened, and we got a lot more juicy content. So let's go over the important stuff, and more importantly, what justifies this possible $80 price tag. First off, I'm loving these graphics. They managed to get that perfect balance of the realistic Mario Kart 8 style, but also that cartoony and expressive tour style. Mario Karts in the past have always shown the pinnacle of their console's graphics, for better or for worse, so we can get a good read on the Switch 2's capabilities with this game. Then we get that shot of 24 players racing, and it just looks so cool. Even the carts look like they have so much more personality than in previous games, being able to change the gliders and boats. However, this possibly brings the end to two gameplay features that were so prominent in the last two games, and that's underwater driving and kart customization. Underwater driving may still be possible because if you look in the trailer, all the bodies of water they drive on can be seen as shallow, I guess, and they could just program into the game whether they want the carts to switch to boats or just they want the characters to go underwater. So that's possible, but I don't see any possibility of them bringing back kart customization. If you're getting rid of the gliders and then all you have left is the carts and wheels, then what's the point? Both were introduced in Mario Kart 7, and while they did have their fun, I don't see too many people crying if both of these features were cut from the final game. We get to see the main gang all get their moment to shine, and you get to see some anti-gravity, retro tracks, etc. Waluigi goes so hard in this clip, oh my god. It's hard to tell in some of these shots whether certain tracks are new courses or retro courses. For example, this one of the mountain could be Mount Wario or maybe a completely new course. At first, it looks like we get some shots of Dino Dino Jungle, but then later we see another Dino themed course that's definitely not Dino Dino Jungle. Overall, I am loving these new tracks. My standouts being the track themed around the OG game. This haunted movie themed course seems so sick. And also the course Waluigi was driving through looks pretty cool too. Sort of reminds me of the Ruined Kingdom in Odyssey. My only concern is that I'm just worried about the amount of road I've seen. I've had my share of following road laws in the Booster Course Pass, so even though courses like Super Mario Bros. Circuits are twists on typical city courses, I don't see them being any S-rank tracks for me. Luckily for me, there seems to be a bunch of new ways to commit traffic violations, so I'm still happy. We then see our first signs of character skins with the likes of Peach, Lakitu, and Koopa Troopa wearing different outfits. First off, thank God! But second, the mechanics behind these skins are a little confusing because sometimes you see them start out in a race in those skins, but other times you're seeing Mario like eat a
hamburger,
and he then transforms into his alternative skin. So what is the point of that? My prediction is maybe it's some kind of way to unlock the skins and you just go to them, pick them up, and then you unlock a new skin. And that's kind of a way of being able to unlock skins by just playing the game more. But I don't know. So let's get into these new mechanics we see. Grinding is one that I saw getting predicted a lot, and it looks like we're getting it. It looked like the mechanic also applied to what Mario does, jumping between walls. And you could say he's wall jumping. Although anti-gravity looks to be in the game, Mario doesn't do it when wall jumping, so I guess that's also considered grinding. Oh my god, is that a cow? We have to talk about these characters. Listen, as someone who spent a decade plus on YouTube, a lot of my time was spending going over Mario Kart prediction videos and seeing what wacky characters some people tried to predict. And I always thought to myself that these guys will never get added into this game. And here we are. No, actually, scrap that, because some of these characters are wackier and more ridiculous than anyone on YouTube has ever predicted. Show me one person who said you could play as a dolphin in Mario Kart. Some people don't even know who these characters are. Now, I am well endowed in the Mario universe, so after going through the video, let me tell you my findings of all the new characters I've seen. This includes your mom, the Goom, Mr. Krabs. You like jazz? Gushers, Frosty the Snowman, The Mole, Coronavirus, NFL Quarterback, World's Worst Sex Toy, Dead Fucking Fish. Hey, are you a boo? Because I'm trying to take a peep at you. I see everything. Nabbit, Pingu, Pinata, and finally, Fishy Bookins. That's just from what I saw, and looking at some footage that came out this morning, it looks like there's going to be even more, which is crazy. This has to be the best way Nintendo could have said F you to anyone who wanted Nintendo card. You want Captain Falcon? Nope, here's a dead fish. Still, some notable exclusions from the main cast I took notice of. I thought I saw EGAT at first, but I never found him. There are not really any clone characters from the previous games like Metal Mario, Pink Gold Peach, or even Dry Bowser. Also, where are the Koopalings? You couldn't fit any of them in the R, but you had space for 2 Goombas. But yeah, there has to be like 100 characters, because if they can include a dolphin, they can include anyone. Let's talk about the modes. First off, UI, clean. All these courses will be connected and will be driving between courses, and I don't know how to feel about that. It seems like you won't be doing free laps anymore, and instead doing a long multi-section lap for every course. In my opinion, I think this is just a sneaky way of cutting down the number of tracks in the game. Oh, every course has multiple alternative versions, so we don't actually have 16 courses, we have 80. We could see some tracks we already see some tracks being repeated in cups, so it's likely that we could get fewer unique tracks than in 8, even without the booster course pass. Are we gonna really just put up with that for $80? And then you have that knockout mode, which has more tracks and sees a battle royale format. I personally like this. This one makes sense to have no breaks since it is supposed to be a marathon based mode. I know modded online servers of Mario Kart have had this type of mode for years, so it's nice to see official mode now. Finally, we have free roam, and being honest, we do not care. Sure, it's fun to drive around and cool to do thumbnails or take pictures or whatever, but I don't want to ruin people's lives, not take selfies at the Yoshi Diner. What they can do is add a little bit of that mission mode zest everyone's been looking for ever since Mario Kart DS. Adds more purpose to the free roam and can be a fun way to get us to explore the tracks completely. If you think about it, if anything has caused this game to be $20 more expensive, it's this mode right here. So I need to see something that about this mode that kind of gives me that, oh, I'm willing to pay an extra 20 clams for this game. So I better be getting real life souvenirs for every track I visit or something. So that's about it when it comes to Mario Kart until the Direct. I mean, we have the Nintendo Treehouse, and some companies are getting some in-game access to the game already. But I'll just wait until the Direct comes out and make another video based on that, maybe. So, now that I've discussed all the details, will this game be worth $80? Hell no! I just need more. Whether that's more game modes, more items, which we barely saw except for some returning ones from Tour, or like complete transparency on how many tracks we're getting, and if we're gonna have to pay for DLC courses or not. Doesn't mean I'm not excited, but I'm a broke college student. The last thing I need is over $100 extra on a console game. But I'll probably still get it as a reward myself for like surviving finals or something. I don't know. I'll try and make it work. But with that, I'll see you guys next time, whether that's Mario or Minecraft. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think in the comments. Now, if you excuse me, I need to see how many months I have to go without food to get this Switch.